The Bun deity Kunzang Akor is quite interesting because of his unique characteristics. Kunzang Akor is male, one face, two-armed, generally seated in a cross-legged posture. And typically the hands will be in the lap in a meditation gesture. Now, the special characteristics for Kunzang Akor are generally, there's generally two. And the first is the Tibetan letter A written on the chest of Kunzang Akor. So it's like written with a pen or a brush in Tibetan, the letter A. Now, the second characteristic is more of an attribute, and with many of the sculptures, the two hands that are in the lap in a meditation gesture can also hold the stems of two flower blossoms, and often above the left flower blossom is a vase, like a water vase or a nectar or amrita vase, and on top of the flower blossom on the right side is a yungdrung symbol. In the West, generally, we know the yungdrung. We use the Sanskrit word svastika, which means may all be auspicious. Sva-asti or sva-astika. So yungdrung is the Tibetan word and the Bun specific word for this symbol. In England, it's also called the running feet or the fast feet. There's many different names for it around the world. So we have these two symbols. We have the letter A written on the chest, and then we have the yungdrung symbol. Now, the vase doesn't always have to be present. Now, another characteristic that we can occasionally find with this figure is contrary to Buddhism, where the two hands in meditation are where you have the right hand over the left. The back of the right hand is placed on the palm of the left hand in the lap. Well, with a number of Kunzang Akor sculpture, what we find the Bun reversed gesture, where the right hand is palm up and the left hand is resting on top with the back of the hand resting in the palm of the right hand. So this is uniquely Bun. We don't always see it, and I think one of the reasons for that is because not all artists are familiar with it. And so the followers of the Bun religion are employing sculptors and artists who might be Buddhist, they might be Bun, and so they don't always know the very detailed nuances of iconography. But it's interesting to find it when it does happen. Now, another interesting thing with the Kunzang Akor, we have to think about what is its function, and it would appear to be it's primarily used for funerary rituals. But we also find that the majority of images of Kunzang Akor are sculptural; they're not painting. We also find that the vast majority of identified Kunzang Akor sculpture can be dated between the 14th and 16th centuries, which makes one question, well, did it fall out of popularity, or is it just used in different ways now? Why is sculpture generally no longer being made, and why is there not more paintings? Why are there not scrollwork paintings or murals in Bun temples? So these are some questions that just come to mind quite easily. So there's a lot of mysteries with Kunzang Akor. I'm sure most of them will be solved by studying more the ritual text and the origin myth texts for Kunzang Akor. Anyway, press the like button. You can subscribe. You can also join HAR on Patreon.